It is another beautiful day today outside, and of course that means I'm going to go flying. This week is a really exciting week for a number of reasons. One of the big reasons it's exciting is because I don't have to work very much. You may have already figured out that I work for General Motors. One of the perks about working for GM is the ridiculous amount of paid holidays, and I'm not talking about vacation time, I'm talking about only paid holidays. This week, I have 2 paid holidays. On top of all that, I decided to take a vacation day, which means I'm going to have a ridiculously short and fast week. We have the UAW. The UAW provides benefits for the hourly employees, and because of that, we have this giant book. This is the national agreement between GM and the UAW. And of course, with that, it spells out the holidays. And just to give you an idea, these are all holidays. There are 16 of them every single year, and it is spelled out in this book. So, for example, November 8th, 2016, Federal Election Day. November 11th, 2016, Veterans Day. And of course, it goes on. I'm not going to get into the politics of working in a union environment, but one thing I can say that I think everyone will appreciate is the amount of holidays and vacation time we get. A buddy of mine told me about this nice park down here, and it's got this beautiful looking lake. The plan is to try out a couple of the Karma auto flight paths, and I just realized there's a disc golf course at this park. There's a basket right behind me, 2 baskets right behind me. I love disc golf, so I will definitely have to come back and bring my discs. I'm on a very thin peninsula right here. It's just barely enough room to walk out, which will make for a perfect place to fly. The 2 modes that I'm going to try out are going to be Dronie and Orbit. I think they're going to look fantastic over some water, which is why I came here. No. Bad. As you can see, I'm not touching the controller, and I just did the Dronie, which worked pretty well, with the one exception being that you still have to adjust for the camera position. So I'm going to adjust the camera position a little bit right now. I'm going to try it again because once it hits its point out, it comes back to its starting point. I'm going to do it one more time. Again, so all I'm doing is I'm selecting Dronie, Set the start position point. I've got it. Now all I have to do is push this play button. I had the camera positioned a lot better that time. All right, this time I'm going to set up and do an orbit. So I just flew directly over me and set the center point. Now I need to set the outer point, which creates the radius. Okay, I just set the outer point. I'm gonna push play now and see what happens. It's perfect. It's circling around my location on this peninsula. It looks really good. And of course, with any of these, you can speed up how quickly you want it to go. What's great about these is if you know what you're doing ahead of time, you can set this up and then go do your activity, and you don't have to think about the camera and placement and how to fly the drone and everything. You can do your activity while it does its thing. So I don't think this has an end point. I think it just keeps rotating until you tell it to stop. So I'm gonna tell it to stop now. So I've gone through about half of my battery at this point, actually more than half of my battery. I'm gonna just fly around and get some shots of the lake and call it good on the 2 auto flights I did for today. I have plans for the other 2 auto flights. What I wanna do is something a little different, and so that will be done at a later time. Trying out the battery charging test one more time. Again, I have my stopwatch and I have the battery, the drain battery that went all the way down while I was flying it. I am plugging it in right now. As you can see, it's now plugged in. I hit the start on my timer and I'm going to see how long it takes. This time, hopefully, we'll get a little quicker charge out of it, being that I don't have the controller also hooked up at the same time. We'll see if there's a big difference. I'm hoping there's a fairly significant difference. Okay, the lights are off on the battery here, which means it's fully charged. So I'm going to unplug it. You'll see fully charged. There's the 4 lights. I did not have the controller plugged in, you can see, and I've been checking this pretty regularly. I must have missed it by about 1 minute, but no more than 1 minute, because I've been coming in here and checking this very regularly, and I'm happy to report that the time for the charging of the battery without the controller also being charged at the same time is less. Hopefully this works this time. I turned the settings down on the phone so the lighting is more dim. But the final time was 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 19 seconds. I may have missed this by about a minute, but it couldn't have been any more than a minute, which means we'll call the final time 1 hour and 11 minutes to charge without charging the controller at the same time to charge the battery for the GoPro Karma drone. That's about a 10-minute reduction of charging the battery and the controller at the same time. I think I can conclusively say that it will take a little over 1 hour to charge the GoPro Karma drone battery. Hello. I'm going to call this vlog and with that, I'm going to call this vlog over. I will do the cable cam and reveal auto shots on the Karma very soon, so stay updated for that.